Hey guys, it's Liz, and I have a project here to share with you, and a little bit of venting as well. Um, we're all aware of the tragedy that happened in Boston this Monday, and I'm just having a really hard time dealing with it. I was watching the news, Monday night, and I'm normally not a person who watches the news because it's just so depressing. You hear all this bad stuff, shootings and children getting killed and just stuff like that. So I try to avoid it as much as possible, but of course, you can't really avoid something, this major. But as I was watching on Monday, I just got just extremely upset because I don't know, it really just hit me, just an accumulation of all the bad things that have been happening in the world, and I felt hopeless, you guys, I really did, and it really stayed with me for a few days, and then, I don't know, but, I guess what I'm trying to say is, this is my way of dealing with this, through the tragedy and everything that's happened. I totally feel for everyone who's suffering right now, who is affected by it. I know we all are. It's scary. It's a sad world we live in, and I'm just terrified for my children. The reason why I felt hopeless, guys, is because the question that I asked myself is what have I done? I've brought 3 children into this world, and this is the world that they're going to inherit, this sad world. And I don't know, it really just affected me. And then the next day I woke up, and again, we're seeing the coverage on the internet and on the news and everything. And what I did is I just started to focus on the good. And by the good, I mean the people who are really standing up and helping others. I watched some of the video footage on how, people were rushing to the injured and helping them out in any way that they could, taking off their shirts, using them as tourniquets, all that stuff. And as I was watching that, it's like, to me, it gave me my hope back. It was like a glimmer of hope that through all the ugliness and all the bad, there's still some good. And so this is why I created this piece. I was inspired, and this is what I came up with. And I know I'm getting a little emotional, guys. I don't know, it just really affected me. I can't explain it. I just really feel, this tragedy. And so what I wanted to share with you was this altered frame that I created. And this is just one of those wood frames that you can pick up at Michael's. And this is the little art piece that I decided to create. And, all I did is I started off by painting it black. I used a crackle medium. Actually, forgive me, I painted it linen first. I used a crackle medium, and then I painted it black. But of course, a lot of the crackles are lost in, everything that I did. I can probably still show you a few in the sides if you could see some of the crackling. Okay, but so that was the first step that I did. The papers that I used are by Kaiser Craft, and they're a gorgeous collection. It's called 75 cents. And I purchased this at Discount Paper Crafts, Kathy's store. She, has some amazing things, so definitely check them out. And I just love this collection. I picked this up, and it's the little die cuts as well. See all the little die cut pieces that come with it, and I just love this collection. And as you guys know, I've told you before, I don't really have favorite colors. I just love certain colors together, and those colors just really spoke to me, and I really like them. So that's what I decided to use for my project. And so anyways, there's a lot going on. I have a lot of layers on here. I'll start off by, let's see, what I did is I added little pieces of dictionary paper that I just tore, little strips, and I added some there. There's some here, some right there in the middle, and then some on the sides. I started off with that. Then I did some masking. I took my brick mask and some modeling paste, and I did some masking here and over here in the corner. And then I went to town using lots of different splatters, and I used ceramic stucco. I love the texture of this. It's really grainy, and all I did is I used my little palette knife and I spread it around in different places. There's some right there. There's like a big clump over here. and just all throughout the little wood frame. You can see here. And of course paint. This is this paint that I just picked up. It's by Folk Art, I believe. Let me look real quick. Yeah, it's Folk Art, I think. It's Venetian Gold. I used Venetian Gold for this, and I also used Americana's Green Mist. And so that's the splatters here of gold. That's the Venetian Gold. You could see some of the Green Mist in here as well. Okay, very cool. And so that's for the background. That's basically what I created. And of course, lots of splattering. The green mist, I used a sponge to sponge it on lightly in some places. I used diluted black paint and splattered some on here as well with a paintbrush. As you can see, some of the splattering here in the middle. Okay, and so that's basically what I did for the background. And then I adhered pieces of pattern paper from the collection. I adhered a piece here. And unfortunately, these papers, the paper pad is not double-sided, so I had to adhere a second piece to the back of this because I wanted to curl back the papers. So that's how you could see some of this image here. It's just another piece of paper that I adhered to the back of it. So I tore the strips of the paper and I curled it back. I did distress all the edges with my distress tool. And so I just curled it back, and then I added, you know, my embellishments. So there's a piece here of the pattern paper. There's also a piece up here, and again, you know, I curled back the edges, as you can see here. Okay, and again, I had to do the same thing. I added another piece of pattern paper to the back of it because, you know, it's not double-sided, and I didn't want the white to show through. So, and then here I layered a piece of the pattern paper as well. I added that to the center, and I'll get to this in just a second. But let me go back to this cluster here. I'll show you what I did. You know, of course, every little piece that's on here is a symbol for something, and I'll go through that. Of course, the flowers are for, you know, unfortunately, the people that have passed in the wake of the tragedy. And so I have those to honor the dead. Here I have this gorgeous angel wing again for those who have perished, and you know, hopefully they are in a better place, and so the angel wing represents that. And here I have this, on the angel wing, I took some black acrylic paint that I diluted with water, and I just brushed it on there so it could seep into the cracks and just accent them more. And then I used some white gesso and just part of the wing. Here I have this little wishbone, and it's a little wishbone that I picked up at Joann's, and I stuck that on there because, of course, you know, I wish we didn't have to, you know, have any pain and suffering and tragedies and things like that. And I just wish for a better world for my children. And I think the reason that this really just stuck with me is because, you know, I look at my kids and they're growing up. My son will be 16 in just a few months, and when he turns 18, he wants to join the military, you know, to follow in his father's footsteps. And you guys, I'm just terrified because with this war going on, and it just doesn't seem like there's any end to it, I'm just so terrified. And I know I'm being selfish. I don't want him to go. But so God, I just wish for a better world, a peaceful world where we wouldn't have to have wars and, you know, all the tragedy. So that's why the little wishbone is there. And then I have, you know, some little rolled paper roses. I used dictionary paper to roll these up. It's my first time making them, and I really like them. I think they're kind of cute. So I made one there, and then there's another one here. The little black flowers are from my stash, and they have gesso on the tops of them to accent them. And this white one, of course, is an I'm Roses flower. I've got some cheesecloth in the background poking through in some places. And I had done a lot of paint splatter on the paper as well, but of course it gets covered up with all the embellishments that I added. And then here I have this little piece of ball chain, and this just represents strength, because, you know, we do have to be strong in order to maintain our hope and, you know, keep it alive and just get through, you know, tragedies. So that's why I have the little chain here. And of course this is, you know, part of my title. This is a little Tim Holtz ticket that I distressed. With my distress tool, I inked the edges with black. I splattered it, added some gesso, and I crinkled it up, to distress it further. So it just says hope. This little domino piece, this part got covered up, but it's a 6, and then there was a 2. So basically it's the number 8 to honor the little boy who lost his life in the marathon. I believe his name was Richard. And, so that's just a symbol for him. And here, let's see, what else? Did I miss anything? Oh, here we have a light bulb. The light bulb, you guys, the reason, that I was so upset is because, like I explained it was just such a sad world we live in. I was losing hope. And I found hope again looking at all the good that people were doing. And that's why the butterfly is right smack in the middle. To me, the butterfly symbolizes that hope, and it's like there's all this chaos and mayhem, but right in the middle, there's still that glimmer of hope, and that's why it shines. And the light bulb here and the light bulb up here are shining down on it, And so see the little rhinestones, how they shine. That's our hope, you guys. We have to keep it alive and let it shine. And so that's why the butterfly is there. To me, the butterfly is a symbol of hope. It starts off as this ugly little caterpillar and, turns into this magnificent creature. And that's our hope. So, and it's, connected by chains. I use these little Tim Holtz, the eye screws to screw it up there. And it's got the chain. And of course, the chain again is for strength, because we have to be strong. And in order to never lose hope, that's exactly what needs to happen, is we need to be, strong and have faith and everything. So that's why, I created this. This is my way of coping. This is my way of dealing with it. And so moving on to this corner here on top, it's a little bit the same. I've got some flowers again. The white ones are by I'm Roses. The black ones are for my stash, and they're gessoed up. Here are some little rolled paper flowers. Here I have a number 3, the little Tim Holtz numeral, and I just took that black diluted paint and I brushed it over it, and then wherever it settled, I just let it dry that way. And then here I have this little gear, also by Tim Holtz, and it's got a little bit of gesso on top. There's some cheesecloth in the background, if you can see. Here's another little gear. It's got gesso on the top of it. And then, we have another little light bulb shining down on the butterfly. Here's a little tag. This is a little piece from the die cut collection by Kaiser Craft. I distressed the edges. I used gesso, a little bit of paint, and I added these alpha stickers to it. And the alphas read "Never Lose." So never lose hope. That's my title of this art piece. And let's see. I think I've covered everything. But that's basically, and I did do the back, and the back is just a bunch of, the same things that I did in the front. That's just a paper. And I'm going to write something here for myself, because, this is a piece that I made for me. And, just as a reminder to stay strong and to not focus on all the negative, but to stay positive and focus on the good. This is what this piece is for. So it was very therapeutic for me to have to, create this, because I don't know, I was just so out of it completely. And so it helped me to work on this. It was therapy for me. And I really hope that you guys, understand it. Again, it's just basically, it's chaos and mayhem, but in the middle, the butterfly is just our symbol of hope and our strength and how we have to go on. And so this is my piece, and I really enjoyed making it because it was therapy, like I said, and it helped me get through this. And, and I apologize for getting emotional with you guys. It's just something that I had to get off my chest. I think it'll help, and I don't know. It's just, I don't know, just tragedy really just sticks with me, and I hate that. But anyways, guys, I hope you like my piece. My prayers and thoughts go out to everyone affected by this, not just the people in Boston, but I know there's, people probably like me who are having a hard time dealing with things. But, I hope that you guys understand my piece. By no means, I may have said some things that have offended people, like, the fact that I hate war and stuff like that. I mean, I love my country. I really do. I don't support this war, though, and I hate war, period. think is stupid. But anyways, I hope I didn't offend anyone by that. But, well, this is my piece, guys. I enjoyed making it. It really helped. And I hope you guys like it as well. If you have any comments or questions, hopefully I covered everything. I think I did. I might have missed something, but anyways, I hope you guys like my piece as well. Again, sorry for getting all emotional on you. It's just, I had to do a little venting. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. On a lighter note, I am getting ready to go on my trip tomorrow, so I am a little excited about that, you know, to have something positive to look forward to. So I will be excited to come back and share my goodies with you that I picked up in LA. So thank you so much, guys. I promise my next video is going to be a more lighthearted one. So you guys, thank you so much for your support, and I really hope you enjoy my piece. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.